Good afternoon. My name is Maston Caden Jameson Colraw Ewing. I am running for the United States Senate in the District of Mitch McConnell in Kentucky. I have true desires to change Kentucky and bring Kentucky about some change that is much needed. Not only will I improve things of Kentucky, I will improve things nationwide with the help of other senators, congressmen, and elected officials at that time. I do believe in true change, and I do believe that we need a person in office that hasn't been there since the time when an eternity has started. Mitch McConnell has been there way too long and is just wasting their time and wasting tax dollars and wasting a way of changing things. If he really cared about the American people, and especially those people he represents in Kentucky, he would be very, very scared over his position and what his job is in the next few years. I have come to the decision that, I will live on half of what the man makes per year. I think it's time that we basically bring somebody to that office that can actually do some major changes and actually help Kentucky, not hurt it. There's coal companies that's having to lay off, fire, and get rid of people because they can't afford to keep them on staff anymore because of the EPA. I can understand part of it, but the other part of, what is going to happen to these families that has been affected by this job loss? I sit here every day and I read several different newspapers across the land, and I see more and more businesses closing because of non-help from the Washington legislators or the state legislatures here in Kentucky, or your local officials in your county and city. I think it's time that we got together and did a roundtable discussion and try to put Kentucky on the map, on the forefront of change. It's time we brought back rail services for purposes of personal transportation. It's not only time that we bring back the old-fashioned bus system to get around in Kentucky and other states. I'm not talking about Greyhound, I'm talking about added stops to like Lextran, Louisville's bus system, and everything else. I think we should have a bus that would travel from all areas of the state to take you to the state government in Frankfurt to tell your to ask your case or present your case to those people. Also, I think it's about time that we change some of the taxes and how taxes are assessed. I think if you're wealthy, you should pay your fair share of the taxes. If you're mediocre, you should pay what your mediocre taxes, and so on and so forth. I think we need to instead of widen the gap between the middle class and the poor, and the middle class to the poor, to the rich rather, I think we need to do some further changes. Not only do I think we need to do all those changes, I think we need to bring about more education help for people that cannot leave their areas and bring colleges to you. I know we have a lot on the internet, some is trustworthy, some is not. I'm asking you as the American people, and especially the Kentucky people that basically needs a voice in your federal government system, to vote for me in 2014. I know that I'm starting early. It is time that we get things going early and do what we need to do to help one another. I also think that it is time that we present a forefront to every person so that every person has an equal voice in Washington and Frankfurt. Because if we don't have a voice, then we don't have nobody to help us. So I think it's time we brought Mitch McConnell back home to live under the laws he's created, and we'll let him personally retire from whatever ventures he's doing. And let's bring somebody to the table that has not been there, that can help people. I don't profess to be a person of great wealth or great power, but we do need somebody, some new blood in there to help one another. Because if we had some new people that is in the poorest of the poor, we can represent those offices in better areas and better cases. I think by now we should be able enough to set goals and do things that basically is better for the common man and the middle class than it is for the upper middle class to poor. We're soon to have 4 classes of citizens if you haven't been noticing and keeping up with things in your news. The middle class is going to be split in 2 sections. One is going to be the predominantly wealthy middle class, and the other one is going to be the working class, working stiff is what they used to call them back in the 60s and 70s. I think that it is time we do these things and we bring these things to a forefront and do some changes that would help one another. I do ask for your vote and I ask for your consideration, because without you I can't get your voice heard in Washington. And I think if we live on less than what we are and live within our means, our federal government should run smoothly. It is time we change things in Washington and Frankfort. I think that every time that a pay raise is needed for Washington, the citizens of that district or wherever they come from can vote on that pay raise. And you know, I think we need to help people that's on Social Security and disability get a fair cut of what they're deserving, not just some mathematical answer to a question. You know, each day things goes up, each month things goes up, and those people are stuck on $700, $800 a month. You know, they can't afford some of the stuff that we're used to buying. Like if something was $2, it's now $8. How in the world are they going to afford all this is, you know, one question that the American people should be asking themselves. Also, I do believe that, you know, we need to protect the people it needs protecting and defend the people it needs defending. But I do ask for your consideration and your vote, and I hope that you understand who I am and what I'm about. And I do believe in equality for everyone, not just a selected amount of few. So I'm asking for your vote, and my name is Maston Caden Jameson Cole-Ross Ewing. It'll be the longest name on the ballot. Please vote for me and get out and support me. Thank you, and God bless you.